All right, we're gonna go ahead and box these off camera, unbox these off camera. We'll take a look at it and see what's inside. All right, so that's what's in the package there. You got here your, looks like these are solar panels. I thought they came separate, or I didn't know that they came together. We'll find that out here in a moment. There's this here, the 300 watt. This is a battery, basically a portable generator. So that's what I thought was really cool for VW people, because we don't have a lot of room in our cars, and this is pretty cool that it comes in a nice package, the solar panels. So let's look at them inside for a second. So inside here, there's this really cool cord to plug into your thing. Let's see, this goes like that. So if you can see that there, that's your whole solar panel, and then you have all these different types of adapters to hook up to different types of things, as well as this charger or this battery. So it has, I guess you could use this to power things directly. Kind of neat, really well made, like a real nice material here. So that's kind of cool, and it comes in a package. It folds up like this. I'm just going to show you real quick here. So it folds up like that, and then there's a pouch on the other side right here that has the place for your wires inside of it. So so all this stuff here you could actually put inside there too, right? All the stuff that came in the other box, which would be the plug in the wall thing, plug in your cigarette, no, that's the plug in the wall part of that. Those are together, and then plug in your cigarette lighter one here. I was looking at a couple of different ones of these, and this one seemed to be comparably priced. You know, you can check the link in the description. It has some nice hooks here so that you can hang them somewhere very easily if you're out camping. And I thought for the VW community, this would be kind of a nice thing to have. One of the things we don't have in VWs is a lot of room, so bringing in a generator is kind of it's a little tight to get the generator in there. So it'd be nice to have power though at the same time. So this thing here is pretty compact. The solar panels are pretty compact, so during the day you could charge, and then at night you could plug in whatever, you know, 300 watts. They have a 500 watt too. They have a 300 watt, 500 watt. I think there's even a bigger one. And I thought the price point on these really wasn't bad. I'm not going to show the price because that could change in the next few weeks or whatever with the inflation rate we have. So check the link in the description, pop on it, take a look, let us know in the comments what you think. If you think it's a good price, not a bad price, whatever, that's fine. Just let me know. So in with the solar panels came this little thing here that you can hook up with a bunch of different types of connectors. I don't really know what that are for or how to use that. But it also has inside here, they have the cord to plug this in. So it actually gets plugged in right here, I think, from looking at the instructions. And then you just open this guy up here. Let's see, let me do that off camera. And voila, all of a sudden it just starts charging on its own. So it's pretty simple. I have not read any instructions or anything. I barely just got this thing today, and it's starting to charge it up with the solar panels. That is pretty cool. The solar panels are made pretty good, have pretty good material. It's still kind of plastic because you don't want them to be glass because they can get broken pretty easily. But it's kind of a pretty heavy-duty plastic. It doesn't feel cheap at all. And you know, for the price point that they sell us for, I'm going to tell you, I thought it was a pretty good value. That's why I elected to go ahead and get this and try it out. They do have, like I said, they have a 300, they have a 500 watt. What I wanted to do myself is, it also has this here for your cigarette lighter, so you can plug this into your cigarette lighter while you're driving. So you could, on your way to a show, you could plug this into cigarette lighter right here, and then charge this battery here up. It's like a generator, but it's a battery. It's fairly lightweight. It's not too light. It's letting you know it's got some batteries in there. It's a bit heavy as far as that goes, but it's not too heavy where it's, you know, way down your bus or your car or whatever you're driving. So I thought it was pretty nice. So it has 300 watts. I'm curious to see if it'll run my refrigerator. Let's go try it. Well, I'm actually a little bit shocked. I tried it on the basically on the 12 volt and it didn't work. And I tried it on the 110 and it seems to be working. Here's the temperature of the fridge. It shows 13.4 volts. It's not overdrawing it. In fact, because one of the things I did is I requested the larger 500 watt, but they sent out the 300. I don't know, how it worked out, but because of course I didn't pay for it, they just sent it to me to try out. And I'm grateful either way. It's really a nice thing to have. The size of this thing is nice. I think the 500 watt is a little bit bigger. I'd say it's probably a little bit bigger this way and a little bit wider. So I don't really know. I don't have it, so I can't tell you exactly. But I was thinking the 500 watt would be pretty good for camping and running the refrigerator. So yeah, it does do it. Definitely runs it. For how long? I don't know yet. But the thing is, with this refrigerator here from Set Power, this is another sponsor, they sent this out, and it's really kind of a neat thing to have. On the way out, it runs on my cigarette lighter, and then when I get there, I can actually plug it into 110, and I thought, well, hey, if this thing charges it, it would be kind of handy to have one of these ROCKPALS as well. So the two things kind of go hand in hand. If you want, I'll go ahead and put the link in there for the Set Power. This thing can either be a freezer or a refrigerator. It's not both. By setting the temperature here, it can go down to in the, I don't know, it's teens or 20s or something like that. I set it already once, got it down to really well into freezing, and it did that with no problem. And these have a real compressor in them instead of some of the other ones that I've seen. But anyway, we're talking again about the ROCKPALS here. I thought this was pretty nice. It's only came with 69%, 68% charge on it. So I'm going to try and run this here and see how long it runs to run this little refrigerator. I mean, that's kind of a handy thing. And it also has, a couple other things it has here I want to tell you about. It has a USB quick charge, which that's always handy for your newer phones. It has a regular 5 volt 3 amp USB, and it's two of those, and one, what's that, 3.1 amp? I don't know what this one is. QC 3.0. I don't know. Somebody tell us in the comments what that is. But I thought it was pretty cool, so I wanted to show you right away and let you guys take a look at it and see. Let's leave this thing on here. It's got 68% charge on here. Let's leave it on here for, let's say, how about an hour? And just see how much charge it's gone down. So we're at 68% now, and I'll bring you back in an hour and we'll take a look. All right, so it took about 45 minutes to get down to 34 degrees. That's how this thing works. This went down to 58 amps, 58%. I would say it'd be better to have the bigger one. That's what I was thinking even in the beginning. It has double the amp hours this one does. This one probably, I mean, the work is done bringing it down to temperature. That's what I'm thinking. And then once it gets down, then it turns on and off and on and off and kind of regulates it. So yeah, it's down to 34 degrees, just above freezing. So and you have your drinks or something in there really nice and cold. If they were cold when you put them in, that would be helpful too. So yeah, the Set Power does pretty cool. Let's do this. We started out with 67%. I think it was 67. I don't know, you guys remember better than me because you just saw it a second ago. I've been doing stuff. But let's leave this thing overnight and let's see what it comes up in the morning. If it goes dead, if it keeps doing it, keeps working, let's see how it does. And this is kind of a pushing it test for this thing. So I would, like I said, I would have gone with the 500, just thinking, there really isn't that much difference in price. Take a look at the website. They really have some good prices on these things. I haven't seen them this inexpensive a lot of places. The places I've seen them, they've been pretty expensive. These ones are a pretty good price. Right by morning, it was completely dead. The fridge had already shut off for a while. It was not that cold. but it did run for at least 4 hours. This thing's rated at 6. I would say it was pretty much maxed out to run that because it didn't work on the 12 volts. So if you figure that, it probably was maxed out at almost 300 watts. I mean, this thing's less than 10 pounds. It's nice because it's lightweight, so it has advantages there. If you were going to try and run a fridge, I think I would go for the 500. So let's try this. We've got partial sun right now. If you can see the tree, once it goes up a little higher, it'll get in the full sun. It won't be maybe 15 minutes or so before it hits that. And even on partial sun, I put it on charger, and it's actually charging up pretty good. So I guess it's shut off at it says 15%. So because the fridge draws so much, it's not going to go all the way down, or it's 11%. I don't know what that is. 15 watts. Or 15 watts it's charging right now. That's cool, even with partial sun. So the thing we're going to test now is, let's see how long it takes to charge up. Now you can buy this as a combination. So you can buy the solar panels and this together, and they have a price for that. They have just this if you just want just this thing, and they have the 500 watt. And I don't know if they have a 500 watt combination. I didn't really see that. I saw a few different options that, you know, maybe you could check out their website. And I tell you, this is in the 200-ish range, and that's in the 200-ish range. So if you buy them both together, it's like $400-ish. I'm not going to say exactly because they may change by the time you go to buy it, and you know, prices, you know, are going up like crazy. So like I said, it might be a good idea if you're on the fence on stuff to grab it now before the price goes up. So I don't know if I have a discount coupon on this, but check the link in the description and see if you're interested. But it is pretty cool. It's really pretty small. If you look at my hand, it's pretty small. Let's see how long, we'll leave this out here all day, and let's see if it charges up. That's a 100 watt solar panel. So I guess when it gets full sun, it's only at 15 watts right now. Let's see when it's on there 100 watts, when it's on there in the full sun, how long it takes to charge. And then we'll know that. All right, I'll talk to you guys a little bit later. I'll leave this on here all day. I'll bring it back. All right, so in 2.5 hours, something like that, roughly. It's at 30% now, so it's gone up 15%. The solar panels are working. I mean, it's running there's a processing fan in here. Sounds pretty aggressive. That's probably drawing some juice. Man, that's not bad. You know, I think by the end of the day it'll be charged up pretty well. I guess that's the plan. Maybe that's what they made it that way, right? Don't you think? They sell the solar panel with this, you know, in a combo. So imagine, in about 5 or 6 hours, be pretty close to charged up. Let's see. I don't know if you can see this out here, but it said 58 watts. So remember, we started out with a lot less, so now it's up to 47 or 44. So it's moving quickly as the sun gets better. I guess we just don't have quite as good sun because it's 100 watt max, right? So the solar panel is, so it doesn't always put out 100 watts. So keep that in mind. It's 59 watts isn't too bad, really. Well, I got to tell you guys, that's pretty damn cool. This thing's sitting in the sun with the charger, charged the entire battery. So that's nice, you know. It's really cool that you could just leave it in the sun. It wasn't even a full day. I mean, it was about from, I think, when would we start? I guess it was like 9:30 or 10, I want to think, until 6, and it was completely charged. So that worked out pretty nice. And I checked, I'm trying to show you guys, but the only way it really turns on is if I plug something in, and I don't really have anything to plug in. So there it goes. Here it is, 100. Can you see it? 100%. So yeah, it charged it all the way up. I mean, it was done long before I got home, so I bet you anyway it was probably Might have been done by 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, who knows, I don't know. But if it does it in an entire day, that's pretty neat. So during the day you could charge, and then at night you could run it down. Even I'm wondering, I bet that thing would probably charge up to 500 watt. I'm not sure, but anyway, I think they're pretty cool item. I thought you guys might enjoy this. Hope you do. Check the link in the description, see what you think. If it's priced right, you know, if you're looking for something like this, you know, might want to take advantage of it. I'll talk to you in the next one. Please like, share, and subscribe.